Right, abusia mema mo nyina kwa ba edeba of the nation and your platform you so. So what join here I think say awie many opening kase the teaching high priest Nufialaga ko maufemo kobla no nyibe. I think I got the name right. Many the spokesperson of Nogokpo and Atenasya Ebedin Komo awie. We have more updates for you this afternoon, this morning, this evening, wherever you are watching us from. Currently, we are streaming from TikTok, Facebook. We are streaming on Official The Nation Anchor on Facebook. We are streaming on Official Official on TikTok. We are streaming on The Teaching High Priest on Facebook. And we are streaming on Maufemo Nufialaga, The Teaching High Priest on TikTok as well. So we are on all our platforms. So if you join us this afternoon, kindly do well to share the video, invite friends. This is where we will give you the update concerning the Nogokpo and the Asare issue. That is why we sit down this afternoon. So if you are here with me, you can write something and then I will see your presence and I will acknowledge you. Those on Facebook, please, can you hear me clear? Let me check my mic on Facebook. Those on Facebook, let me see. Those on Facebook, let me see, okay? And write something and let me flow. Okay, I think it's clear. Okay, so Facebook can hear me clear. So
me TikTok no.
Yeah.
Say oh they won't show, but it's okay.
Oh, no problem. If you want me to show, I can show. So greetings, Abusia. We are live on TikTok and on Facebook and then I think on all our platforms. So we welcome you all to this afternoon's conversation. Sir,
Yes.
Thank you once again for giving us this opportunity for us to sit and talk.
Yes.
This afternoon, I and my followers, I and my audience, we are here to know some updates and to get some understanding. The last time we had a program when the issue came about when you had your press conference giving Agyen Asare 14 days due to what he came out to say about the town Nogokpo. After that 14 days, I think it's over 2 months now, and I think we have to update our people. We have to update the people, the family. What is going on now? Initially, when after I think right after the 14 days, we heard Agyen Asare having a fasting. They also organized some fasting. Within that time, we got to hear that people are dying in Nogokpo. So it made me scared that, hey, Sir being the leading champion of this issue, what will happen to him? But I'm glad to see you here strong and fine. How are you doing?
My brother, this afternoon you made me to laugh at capital letters. Trust me. Yes, first and foremost, let me welcome you to our humble abode. And let me also use the opportunity to welcome our viewers and wherever they are watching us from. We pray for protection for them and for everyone who is following us and for everyone who wish us well in our cause to set the record straight. First and foremost, let me also acknowledge the universal corrective force, the supreme gods of our land. We acknowledge them, and I acknowledge all our Trono, which is the teaching, the high priests, and all the families, fraternity in African spirituality. I welcome you all, and I acknowledge you all.
Thank you, sir. Let me start from this way. We had people dying in Nogokpo. Is it because of the Agyen Asare fasting? Is it because of Agyen Asare's God? What is that about? Did people really die?
Well, thank you for the question. And honestly, if I had not been you, honestly, if I had not been you, a brother to me, I wouldn't have granted this interview.
Thank you so much.
But when the duty calls,
yeah,
you must respond to it. And I believe our people deserve an honest update on current development. Now, to answer your question about people dying in Nogokpo, well, let me put it this way.
Okay.
In our society that we are today, people die every day.
Sure.
People get sick every day. Whether we know the cause of their death or not, people die.
Yeah.
Now, the question is, if it is as a result of the so-called prayer and fasting that Agyen called to his church members is the cause that people die or someone die in Nogokpo, I would say that is a total false.
Okay.
And an impression was created that the person who passed away or died is part of us. You know, when I heard about that, I was shocked from where it was coming from. You know, Nogokpo is made up of 16 communities. And if such a big occasion like a press conference is being held, the people from the town have the right to be there. So when someone from the town is there, it doesn't mean the person is part of our inner core committee that handled the whole issue.
Okay.
So on that, I would say this it is falsehood that have been peddled by perhaps the church, the Christians, the followers, the bloggers who blow this thing out of proportion. Now, yes, someone died, but he wasn't part of our team.
Okay.
He was a part of how do I put it? Nogokpo community.
Okay.
Is well known in the town.
Okay.
And is not part of the committee that handled the press conference and among others.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so if the man dies, he dies for probably his own cause.
Okay.
But it has nothing to do with the prayer and fasting being declared by Agyen Asare. You know, you see how they play with the minds of the people.
Yeah.
Christians claim they are peace-loving people. And they claim they love everyone. But yet still, when someone dies, they claim their prayer and fasting killed that person.
As a result of punishment.
As a punishment. Well, we were told in Christian doctrine that when you die, you go to heaven. But I've seen pastors who are sick and they run to the hospitals. Not only even in Ghana here, but they travel abroad. If they are told that heaven is full of the street is full of gold, among other things, I believe that should be the prayer of every Christian to fast track their death.
Yeah.
So that they can go enjoy the heaven.
Exactly.
You know, so that we that believe in African spirituality, our own is here, so that we can enjoy the glory of the earth. But you see, they take glory when someone dies, which is unfortunate situation. We don't believe in that kind of thing. Your brother, everybody would die at a point, but we don't wish anyone to die.
Okay.
So the whole story that is being carried is false. It's not true.
So to set it clear here, so if you, in case you heard somebody died in Nogokpo, yes, it's true, but the person is just a native, or let me say a member, or let me say a person in the town. I mean, a person in the town that died. He isn't part of the committee that made or that organized that press conference, that poured libation. He isn't part of the that committee. So please, in this country, everywhere in this world, as day goes day by, people die. So from the spokesperson, that death is not as a result of any fasting and prayer from anywhere. Sir, let me ask again, the chiefs, the traditional elders, is everybody doing well? Are they all fine?
Well, I believe before we even start this conversation, I place a call to some key, let me use that word, key prominent people that called shots in Nogokpo. I spoke with them, and you heard me talking to them. Everyone is fine. Everybody is doing. Nogokpo is just like any other town. Just in the Volta region, we keep doing what we have to do. Everybody goes to their work. Those who are going to farm are going to farm. Those who are going to fishing are going on their fishing expedition. So life goes on. Everyone is fine.
Good.
Perfectly.
Thank God. Let me ask again, sir. What was the main motive of your press conference in Nogokpo? What was the main motive of it?
Well, the motive is simple. I believe we all saw the video about Volta region being demonized and Nogokpo being the headquarters. You understand? When this video came, the elders called meetings. We had several meetings. I've been part of all those meetings. And some of the committee members also were part of the meetings. Now, the first week, I think when immediately the video start circulation. And when we saw it, in fact, a lot of people were angry. A lot of people were agitated. And we realized that a lot of the youth were also agitating. And the best thing to do is for the Dufia of Nogokpo. Let me put it, Dufia is like in your language, Chi, they say Omahine, is it Omahine? Dikru. Dufia, okay. Yes. Came out with a press release to calm the youth that we are observing or watching development. At the appropriate time, we're going to come out and set the record straight. So I believe in our final meeting, we had a discussion. It was about looking at the backlash that Agyen Asare had on social media for such comment, for such reckless statement. We decided to hold on to see if he goes to church. Probably looking at the backlash, he will do the right thing. So, in fact, I spoke to the elders. We all had a discussion. We handle everything very maturely. So we decided to relax, to watch what will happen the following Sunday. So hold and behold, the Sunday came, and what we saw being circulated on social media, some people call it an apology. And I don't know how such statement can be classified as an apology. So we realized it was like he was defending what he said. He was explaining what he said, and that don't fall under explanation or an apology. So then we decided to have our press conference.
Okay.
So the motive behind the press conference first is to invite him over to the palace.
Okay.
Because one, he claimed he's a man of God. And Nogokpo Volta region is the demonic, we in the Volta region are demons, but our headquarters is in Nogokpo. So that he will come to explain to us how did Nogokpo became our demonic headquarters, because we know as an indigent of the region that demons or whatever negative energy don't have a place within the 16 communities of Nogokpo.
Okay.
So he claiming to be a man of God, and he makes such a statement. We wanted him to come to explain to the elders that, oh,
this and this and this is
this and this and this and this and I've seen.
That is a saying that he who alleges must prove.
Must prove.
Yeah.
So this is what I've seen. Okay. Since he have made that statement of sin, then what is the solution? What is the next solution? Because we don't want to live with demons in the place. So that, well, and again, we wanted to find out from him. Nogokpo is made up of 16 communities.
Okay.
So which of the communities?
Exactly.
We want to know the exact location. If it is in a spiritual realm,
okay,
he should be able to give us a location. Yes.
And probably how best you can get rid of those demons.
Exactly. So if he is not able to do that, then the elders will tell him that, yes, he has spoiled or destroyed the good name of Nogokpo.
Okay.
So then, the next thing for him to do is to purify or to render an unqualified apology to the people of the Volta region and Nogokpo. That was the intention. Now, or let me say that was the
purpose
or the reason for that press conference. Now, someone also may ask, why do we give him, or why did we give him the 14 days on ultimatum? Now, if you are invited to an arbitration or any place to come, be it in the chief palace or in the court, whatever it is, you are given a time frame. You are given a date to come. So the best thing we did was to give the 14 days ultimatum. So that let's see within that 14 days, he will come to the palace to meet the Dufia and have things resolved. Again, I heard that we poured libation on him, and they said, we were gonna, the one pouring the libation said he's gonna slaughter him and all that. When he gets him. Yes. You see, for that aspect, those who are part of our committee will tell you, the man who poured the libation is an elderly person.
Okay.
Now, one thing that we need to understand is that when people are facing the camera for the first time with over 52 media men cameras on them, people are standing behind the old man. And they were, I was there, so I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Everybody was just throwing words to him. To say.
Yeah.
You understand? So he be an elderly person. And secondly, I realized that the camera, also with the people holding camera, got him a little bit confused.
Intense, yeah.
I wouldn't say there's tension. Let me use the word. Maybe that was, I'm not confused.
Yeah.
But the tension was there.
Yeah.
You understand? So he ended up listening to, the voice coming from the people. And he ended up saying that because even before the press conference, he has been pouring libation. In our every gathering, he has been pouring the libation. So it wasn't something new to him. But the tension of facing the camera, among other things, and people also saying
the anger from people.
People were agitating behind him. So I would say that tension made him to say what he said, that he would have slaughtered him. No, that wasn't the general plan. And after that, we sat with him, and he explained that the way people were pressuring him.
Even if you listen to the video carefully, you could hear people trying to tell him something.
I'm telling you, it was so much. It was so much. So, if he is saying that they said they will slaughter him and all that, before you slaughter someone, the person have to be present before you can slaughter the person. So the hunger too was there. You understand? The man, everybody was angry about the situation then. So to say or to sum it up, I would say it was an unfortunate comment that came within that process. Okay, because in my years of research and into our spirituality, I have never come across that comment within a libation. Okay. Yes, it would depend. The situation also would depend on how the libation will be said. You understand? When the libation will be said, there are different forms of libation. There are libation you pour when you are going to war. There are libation you pour when you are seeking justice. There are libation you pour when you are seeking some good fortune or goodwill from the universe. There are some libation you pour when you want to activate the ancestors. There are libation you pour when you want to activate the energies. You understand? So it was just a little unfortunate situation.
All right, folks, family. If you are just joining us, you've not lost. You are watching the Nation Anchor one-on-one with the spokesperson of Nogokpo, Nufialaga, the teaching high priest. We are here to get a lot of updates about the current issue from Nogokpo and Agyen Asare. After the 14 days, we are almost in 2 months and over. What else? What is about to happen? Are we going to see something like Elijah and Bar? So if you just joined, kindly share the video, kindly tap on the like button, kindly invite friends. Sir, after the 14 days, within the 14 days, did he came? Did he send a delegation? Is something of such happen? Did something of such happen?
Let me say this way. After the 14 days, or let's say within the 14 days, we received several calls. From different angles. And some want to come and intervene. Some also we did ask if they are coming to do that on their own. There are a lot of people call on his behalf though, and what some of them were seeking for us to do is to do it quietly in the secret. To resolve this issue quietly in the secret, like in the secret way. And for some of us, we were against it. No. Because this is something that has got into the public domain. And after everything, we need to account to the public to know everything. There's no need for us to do anything in secrecy. Then come out to tell our people that this is what we did. You understand? It is not the best. So some of us stood against that and said, no, if he really want to come, let's do it transparently. Let's allow the media, let's allow everybody to listen, to come. And, some of them with their pride, would not want to have it that way. So it was back and forth. So during that period, that is when we had a comment that the paramount chief of the Suma traditional area has come out to say that he has disassociated himself from the press conference that took place. Well, some of us heard it, but we decided not to, me in particular, decided not to give that statement an attention. So, because immediately you give that statement an attention, it's going to defeat the purpose of what we are trying to achieve. So, when anytime I grant interview and they wanted to refer to that, I find a nice way as a communicator to just play around it and let it be.
Okay.
Now, so that is it. So it has been back and forth. Some prominent chiefs also call that they want to intervene.
Okay.
I wouldn't like to call names for now. That prominent paramount chiefs
within
also
the Volta
called
land,
within the Volta, within our Volta region, also called, wanted to intervene, and the same criteria we use for others, we put before them. Is Agyen Asare the one sending you, or you want to do it on your own behalf or on his behalf? We want to know.
Yeah.
You know, and that is where some people some of them couldn't move forward.
Okay.
You understand? Some of them couldn't move forward because we want to deal with the right people. We don't want anyone to just come and say, oh, I want to come and mediate between us. First of all, we are not at war. He made a wrong statement about we, the people in the Volta region, and then said our headquarters, demonic headquarters, is in Nogokpo. And that is what we want him to come and clarify. Now, so that is how it went. So on the back and forth, yes, during that period, we received a letter from the, I think, Volta Regional chapter of the Peace Council.
Okay, yeah.
Which I saw, our Dufia also saw, and responded accordingly to the Peace Council.
Okay.
Yes, what they were demanding for us, the kind of information that they want, we gave it to them. Okay. And since then, we did not hear from the Peace Council again. They just went back to sleep like the way they normally do.
Okay.
Yes. So for me, honestly, it baffles me because we are not at war.
Yeah.
So why would Peace Council
comes in?
While
there is, I mean, a war, or let me say conflict going on in northern region.
In other places.
Yeah, Boko and those areas.
But we in Nogokpo have never taken a machete or a gun or anything, or we not even went to block or
roads or
anything or stop Agyen Asare church members from going to church. So
what is, he has a church in Nogokpo?
Yes. And every Sunday they were having their service. So what is the role of the Peace Council here? We are not killing each other. We are not beating each other. You understand? So, but then let's leave that issue there. Then I think when the day 14 days was over, we decided to give another 7 days grace period.
Okay.
To see what will happen. You know, nothing, no show.
Okay.
So we then decided that, okay, at this point, we are not ready to meet anybody yet.
Okay.
Because even we are Africans. We are not Europeans first. And we were all brought up to respect our elders.
Yeah.
And within the African culture and tradition, when you offend someone, this is how we were brought up, or this is how I am brought up. When you offend a community or an elders or elder, You wake up early in the morning.
Okay.
And you go to the elder, the person, and then ask for forgiveness. That is how we were brought up.
Yeah.
But with him, even with the so-called apology that was rendered, and people were holding that as an apology, he went onto his pulpit. And he made that comment. He is an African first, before he became a Christian. And so-called Archbishop, he was an African first. So you see where Christianity have taken the moral fiber or the morality of African tradition out of the system.
Yeah.
Because the colonial Christian missionaries that came to Africa came with the intention to destroy our spirituality, to destroy our tradition,
our system of living.
Our system, to destroy Africa. And they targeted, first when they came, they targeted the elders, the elderly, the old folks. And they realized that they couldn't tame or change the old folks. So if you read King Leopold's letter that he gave to the colonial Christian missionaries to Africa, it is clear. He told them to target the young ones. So they targeted the young ones and caused the young one to stand against the elders. So the intention, the plan of Christianity as Europeans brought us was to break us down, to make us nobody, to make us look down upon ourselves. You understand? That is why you see all these archbishops and pastors, all your reverends, you see them every time they are in a coat and suit.
Yeah.
Because the man who brought them that religion, that is the dress code.
Yeah.
You have to dress like them to be called archbishop. You have to dress like them to be called bishop. You have to look like them every time. Put how do you call it? Oh, around your neck to look like them.
Yeah.
So that have been the game plan. So gradually they end up destroying the African system. Okay, so that is what he was supposed to do. Nobody was asking him to come to the temple.
No, because the case hasn't gotten to there yet.
And moreover, within our 14 days ultimatum, we said, we never said Agyen Asare would die.
We will come there.
Within the 14 days ultimatum. So when I start hearing those things, I was like, hold on. I thought this man is an educated person. And he uses English language in his church. Yeah, and somebody who goes and dine with the Americans and could not understand simple English. I mean, it disturbed me a little bit, but you know, that is the reality on the ground.
Abusia family, you are once again welcome to the Nation Anchor 101 with Nufialaga, the spokesperson of Nogokpo. Those of us watching us on Facebook, you are welcome. Kindly share, invite, and like the video. Those of us watching us on TikTok, greetings to you all watching us on TikTok. We really appreciate you. Kindly share the video. And those of us watching us on the Teaching High Priest platform, greetings to you all. Kindly share the video. So, sir, now, after 14 days, after 7 days grace period, Agyen Asare didn't come. I have my ghost teams around. We were hearing, as you said, there were calls, prominent people, chiefs were calling. You know, in Ghana, in our society, there is this particular kind of way of settling issue. When an issue comes, all you hear is everything is okay. There has been backdoor meetings. There has been indoor talks. Envelopes have settled. People have, okay, now the case died. We leave the majority, or we leave the people astray or we leave them in suspense, they will not know the update of the issue. So I'm happy, Nogokpo and you standing in and then telling those who called that this issue is not an indoor meeting or this issue is not an indoor thing to settle. The man made a public statement and we want him or whatever will go on, we want it to be in public for people to know. But from information I gathered, some V8 were in Nogokpo town and its area. Do you suspect that people were, because some chiefs to come out and say they are taking themselves or they are leaving themselves out of the issue? Do you suspect that some influence have been somewhere?
My brother, the truth is only one. And some of us, we are not scared of speaking the truth. Because the only way to liberate us is standing by the truth. You see, the Europeans, when the Europeans came in, the missionaries, among others, when they succeeded to penetrate through our system, they start to corrupt the system. You see some people who say our chiefs or probably our traditional leaders also play a role in the slavery or selling of our ancient fathers or fathers of our ancestors to be carried away. That is the European version of the story. Now, let me give our people the real story. Now, what happened, especially within the coast? You see, during the slavery, when these Europeans came, they divided our coast and gave it name. From Badagry or Nigeria all the way to the Volta region. Or to up to Greater Accra. Were known as what? The slave coast. That is where the massive slavery took place. So then now where they get the gold from was named what? Gold Coast. So where they get the animal ivories from is what they name as what? Ivory Coast. They even have a grain coast. So they divided where they get their resources or raw materials from. So we know when you are coming to the slave coast, you are coming to buy human beings. When you come to the gold coast, you know you are going to buy gold. If you go to the ivory coast, you're going to buy ivory among animal parts and send it to Europe. Now, when these people came before the slavery started, there were some of our people who were ready to betray their other clans and people. So the white man looked at them and then installed them as development chiefs. Or let me say as chiefs. And their intention was not for them to help their people, but for them to facilitate their business agenda. So there were some chiefs that were installed or put together within the slave coast. And there were some chiefs who were put together on the coast, within the gold coast. And ivory coast, they put all chiefs that will listen to them.
To the white man.
To the European, take instruction and this thing. And they made those guys rich. So now they become puppets to the white man. You understand? So they encourage, they partake or they partook in the slavery. Because they were making money for the Europeans and they're also making money for themselves. But when you go to a little bit interland, those chiefs fought those people. There is a story at close to Nogokpo. When I remember the name of the town, I will say it. when the first Portuguese and the Danes came, the first people who came to our west coast were the Danes, followed by the Portuguese.
Okay.
So when they came to fight with our ancient fathers or with our forefathers. But they met a terrible resistance. For instance, this village near Nogokpo, I will remember during this thing, when I remember, I will tell you.
Okay.
No, it's good. I think Ativuta.
Okay.
I think after Ativuta, there's a village where you see the area looks like a mangrove.
Okay.
Over 1,500 plus Danes were slaughtered there.
Wow.
Yes. The story is there. Do you know how they did it? Our ancestors just invoked the god of thunder then.
Okay.
And he struck all of them.
Okay.
So when you read in the Bible that the god of thunder killed a lot of people, now you can put the connections together.
Story.
Kill. They invoked, so a lot of them died, and they went back.
Okay.
Because they couldn't defeat our ancient fathers, and that is where they went and sat with King Leopold.
Okay.
To hatch a plan to come to conquer us. So this time they came in the name of religion, Christian colonial, Christian missionaries.
Okay.
With the bad intention of coming to preach the gospel of Christ.
Okay.
To our people. So our people, with the spirit of hospitality that we've been brought up, received them. Because this time they came in a form of peace.
Yeah.
So they received them. So by the time they realized that no, these people have come out with a whole hatchet plan, that is where they start to call these Europeans Agyen, which means trickish dogs or canny dogs. That is the meaning of Agyen.
No, repeat that side again. You know, we the Evers, we call the white man Yevu. So you are telling us the actual meaning or the actual pronunciation.
That is how we started. It's Agyen. Agyen means you should be canny, trickish.
Trickish, okay. I'm a blela. Okay.
So Agyen.
Okay.
Because they are fair.
Okay.
So you
dog. Avu.
Agyen.
So a trickish or
trickish or canny dogs.
Okay.
After they realized that no, this is how they came, they started, and that is where our ancient fathers started to use besa, joker, and bow.
Okay.
So any white man they meet anywhere, then they turn into a statue.
Really?
One day when you come, I'll take you to some places. First, before in Danu, in some of the clothes, you see those statues. They turn them into statues and turn them into gods.
Wow.
Overthrows Dulegbao.
I've heard that story.
Yes, the places are there.
Okay.
Even they relocate some of these statues. But some of us, we know where it is.
It is.
Because we know who we are.
We will go there.
They will not tell you. So you see, these people who were put there as chiefs, their descendants, are now like people, traitors.
Okay.
Within our people.
Okay.
So gradually they find themselves into power of authority now. So the same strategy that the European used, they are also implementing the same thing. You understand now? Let me tell this. Before the press conference, the Dufia was invited to a meeting.
The Dufia of Nogokpo?
Yes, was invited to a meeting.
Okay.
Now, as who facilitated this meeting?
Okay.
It was the man or the former assemblyman who died.
Okay.
Facilitated the meeting And when they were going, I was supposed to be part of that meeting, but I was engaged in somewhere in Accra.
Okay.
And that is where the V8s were in town. About 3 V8s.
Okay, in Nogokpo.
Between Agbozome and Nogokpo Enclave.
Okay.
And I told the Dufia that when they go to any meeting and they give them envelope like a transport,
yeah,
they should use it for fuel. They shouldn't take it.
Okay.
Because something was telling me within that, no, it could be a setup.
Yeah.
And then they could have used that as, because cameras were set there.
Wow.
Yes. If he had collected that brown envelope as transport, he could have committed himself. And they would have put that in on social media to prevent us from doing the press conference. But you see, we are smarter than them.
Okay, so all you're saying is before the press conference?
This one is before the press conference.
Okay.
And after the press conference, the same thing also happened.
So did we went to the meeting?
Yes, he went to the Dufia, went to the meeting.
Okay.
And hold and behold, when he was leaving, actually they wanted to see him because they knew we were coming to do the press conference. So they wanted to see if they could buy him.
Whoa.
That was the agenda.
Whoa.
But as they couldn't buy the Dufia, you understand, they were thinking they could have trapped him with that money envelope.
Okay. As a form of transportation?
Yes, as a form of transportation token. But immediately you take and camera captures it.
Yeah.
It will be difficult to defend yourself that, it wasn't meant for bribe.
You go explain that.
You will explain tire. Meanwhile, the video is on social media.
Exactly.
So that couldn't materialize for them. Well, they moved and they went somewhere else. Well, we all know after that period again, comments started coming in where come again.
When you say they moved to somewhere else, meaning?
Well, they were moving between Agbozome and Kliko. They wanted to achieve something. Okay. So after that,
they were seeing
people, stakeholders who matters to see if what can be done. So some of us, as I rightly said, we were not surprised that coming from the paramount chief that he has disassociated himself from the press conference. Now, I would like to say this on authority, that when the issue of Asare broke, the Fiato of Nogokpo, Togbi Agbojalu, called the paramount chief.
Who are we talking about here? The paramount chief, the chief in Agbozume?
No, the chief, the paramount, the Soma traditional area, the paramount chief.
Okay. Who is in Agbozume, right?
Yes.
Okay.
The Fiato of Nogokpo, that is the stool or the throne father for the Dufia of Nogokpo, called him that this is what is happening. And his reply was that nobody has come to him officially.
Okay.
So the following day, the Dufia went to the paramount chief.
Okay.
To inform him officially that this is what they are coming to do. The press conference. And my brother, the question that was put before the Dufia was heartbreaking.
From the paramount chief?
Exactly. My brother, you know me, I'm not scared of issue when I have my facts.
I know you.
You understand? This, who have reported this issue to you? Why would a whole Dufia, something is being said about his town, will wait for someone to come and report to him before he takes an action? No. Well, let's hang that one there. So I believe you get the picture.
I got a picture.
Sometimes you don't have to speak too much. You just throw the coded words there and you just leave it at the appropriate time. Then you can launch your intercontinental ballistic missile. Hey, don't ballistic.
Family, greetings to you, and you're welcome once again on the Nation's Anchor live one-on-one with the spokesperson of Nogokpo. We are having a conversation and then update about this whole issue. If you join us, you're welcome once again. Kindly share the video, tap on the like button, invite friends. We are live on Teaching High Priest platform on Facebook. If you want to follow the Teaching High Priest, or if you want to follow the spokesperson of Nogokpo, his Facebook account is the Teaching High Priest. You can follow him on Facebook, on TikTok. Maufemo Kobla Nonyigbe. Am I right?
You've managed it.
That's right.
Yeah.
And on TikTok as well. So, let me ask you now. After the press conference, after the meeting, things have gone on almost 2 months now. Recently, we heard Agyen Asare standing in front of his church members, telling them, as in a form of, how should I put this? Is it a testimony? Is it a miracle? Is it a jubilation? Is it a victory? Telling them that his name has been mentioned, libation has been poured on him. He was given 14 days to live. But if you are serving a living God, you will be living after 60 days. I want you to let people know, was Agyen Asare given 14 days to die, or was the 14 days ultimatum? Did you guys, or did Nogokpo did something that if it doesn't come within the 14 days or after the 14 days, he's going to die?
Well, thank you. In fact, myself, when that video came out, about 48 people sent it to me within an hour. So I watched the video and I was like, oh, wow. What is it saying? Because, one, we never said that we're going to kill him after the 14 days. We never said that. The press conference that we did is there. We never mentioned that. That is one. Now, I remember someone saying that I said in my response to a question that if he doesn't come, we will see who control the cosmic knowledge system.
Yeah.
Yes, I said that. But honestly, looking at his recent video, it made me to realize or see that his behavior is just like a foot soldier, a political foot soldier. Let me put it that way, like a serial caller, a radio serial caller. You see, it shows fear and nothing else.
That of Agyen Asare?
Yes, that is of Agyen Asare. All that he's trying to do to his congregants, for them to believe that he is powerful, nothing has happened to him. Nobody, as I speak, nobody has summoned Agyen Asare or any pastor to any shrine or any temple.
Or any deity.
Or any deity. Nobody have done that.
Nogokpo have not summoned Agyen Asare.
Never. We have never, Nogokpo have never, or the temple in Nogokpo have never summoned Agyen Asare, or have nothing have been done there. Neither any temple, nothing of that sort have been done as we speak. So, if he's truly a man of God, he shouldn't have lied to his congregants that we gave him a 14 days
to live. And
now he's 60 days on, and he was showing that kind of tortoise dance or catwalk to his members. You know, that is a characteristics of a pharaoh. That is all. We've not done anything as we speak, because one, there have been some kind of interaction. The paramount chief that said he had disassociated himself from the press conference that we did also came out to meet the Peace Council on the Agyen Asare issues. So the question is that somebody who claims to have disassociated himself from the Asare issue, why would he receive the peace council? The question is, for what? To discuss what? Because already he said he has disassociated himself from the press conference. And you know the funny aspect?
No.
He also gave 7 days ultimatum to Asare. So, what is the difference from what we did by giving Asare 14 days ultimatum, and what he also came to do, or I wouldn't say came, what he came to stage? For me, what the Paramount Chief did was a stagemanship.
Yeah.
You know, excuse me to say, to fool those who don't understand what is happening.
Okay.
And if he doesn't come, you will hear from their lawyers and blah, blah. Has their lawyers served him?
Okay.
No. What has happened? No, nothing. So this should tell you that a lot of people, or some people, have been compromised.
Okay.
A lot of people have been compromised.
Wow.
I'm using English language.
Yeah.
No, I'm not an Englishman, but I'm using
this issue is
English language.
Actually interesting.
You understand? If you claim you disassociate yourself from what we did, then you have no business receiving anybody. If something, refer the people to the committee. But could you believe that even when the Peace Council came, members of the committee that did the press conference, including myself, were never invited?
Wow.
Oh, yes. What are they hiding? What is being... So, my brother, that is what has transpired. And you see, if you are very observant, or if people are very observant, immediately after our press conference, within that 7 days, plus, Asare was not talking.
Yeah.
He was not doing this kind of video.
Yeah.
He was gripped with fear. And that is the truth.
He was quiet.
He was quiet. But at a point when he realized that, no, maybe as, you know,
things have been put in place. So
yes. So now he started, showing, speaking and talking this thing. Well, and again, I've heard from a different quarters that if we claim, you know, at the last live video that I did on the Asare issue, and there are some issues that are pop up out of it. Someone is saying that, yes, if we have powers.
That question is even breaking my neck.
Yes. If we have powers, or in particular, let me address myself.
Yeah.
If I have the powers, why would I call Asare to come one-on-one? Well, you see, the issue, one, is about we Votarians and Nogokpo being our headquarters, and the press conference and everything that we did it at Nogokpo or in Nogokpo. Okay?
Yeah.
I know there are individuals who can shut Asare up just like that, spiritually.
Okay.
People have called me from several places. They wanted to take their own action. But I've asked them to hold it on, not to do it for now. Because even if they do it on their own, at the end of the day, people might think it's Nogokpo that have taken their action. There are people. There are people who have called me from Benin. There are people who have called me from Togo. There are people who have called me from our own Volta region. Even there are people who have called me from the northern region on the same issue.
Okay.
That I should give them the go-ahead to do whatever they have to do. But if any individual should take an action, people might think it was Nogokpo or the god of thunder that have done something, or it is the people of Nogokpo who have done something to him. That is why I asked them not to do anything.
So, sir, I want to ask this question.
Yes.
Somebody just tarnish your image. You've done nothing to the person. You peacefully invite the person to come for you to settle the issue. The person is arrogantly refusing to come. What is preventing you to prove to the world, prove to Ghanaians that honestly what this person is saying is not that, and as to what he's saying or accusing us wrongly, this is a punishment that we have sent for him, for people to know that what he's saying is wrong. What is preventing Nogokpo from taking that action? Because you have invited him to come for peace to be prevailed. He has refused to come. The deity or the Nogokpo is also, let me say, owned by, or let me say, has a deity. That deity is the reason why that Nogokpo name is popular. And I think that deity is why that man can stand somewhere and say the town is demonic. And the deity is also not demonic. You are tarnishing our image. What is preventing Nogokpo leaders from then telling the deity that, okay, Togbio, Ametiao, Aleke, Alo, Ale, Nyaleita,
Well, my brother, let me answer this question straightforward. You know, there's no way beating around the bush. That could easily be done.
So what is preventing? We want to see something. People are. People don't want to see something. We want to see something. They be calling my line. I'm.
Yes, my brother. This, a lot of things can be done. We could have taken action, and the person, or the right person who's supposed to take that action, or give the go ahead to take that action is the Dufia.
Okay.
Because the Togbi Saba has the right, not the paramount chief.
Yeah, the Dufia of Nogokpo.
The Dufia of Nogokpo have the right.
Okay.
And he would have done that.
Okay.
But do you know what happened?
No.
My people, I'm not going to miss words here.
Tell us.
The paramount chief summoned him to a council meeting for the action he took for the press conference and what he intends to do. They summoned him. And you know what happened? In our language, we say oplese.
Okay.
They tried to gag him. And even asked him to bring how many? I think 5 or 3 rams for committing no crime, for a chief defending his own town.
Hey.
So it's like they tried to tie his hand at his back.
Okay.
That is what they did to the Dufia
of Nogokpo.
Of Nogokpo.
The traditional council.
Yes, the Soma traditional council.
Okay.
Headed by the paramount chief.
Okay.
What happened? What crime has he committed? His community is being tarnished. The image of his community is being tarnished. And this man stood up to do what is right. And all of a sudden, the paramount chief sees something wrong with that. Someone who claimed to have disassociated himself from the press conference that he did. And now find him about 5 rams among drinks.
Okay.
But then, unfortunately, the Fiato was not in town. He had traveled outside Ghana.
Okay. When
all these things was going on. So fortunately, the Fiato came. Immediately after they find the man, the Fiato stood in and said, no, his chief have not done anything wrong.
Okay.
And he's not going to pay anything. Call them, ask them whether they quash those sentences they gave. They did.
Wow.
Yeah, man past man. You understand? So it wasn't like the people of Nogokpo or the chief or the Dufia of Nogokpo couldn't have acted. You see the politics behind it.
Exactly.
And that is
politics
why.
Set in.
Yes. That is why everybody was just a bit calm. But trust me.
Then if so, then allow those who individually want to do something. Allow them.
So who takes responsibility if something happens? That is the question. That's technicality. You see, when something happens, someone must take the responsibility.
Something of what?
No, we are not interested
to kill.
We are not interested in killing Agyen Asare. We don't want his blood on our hands.
We just want the church, the roofing of the
Don't
church.
worry, punishment is in a different form. There are things that can be done. Honestly, there are things that can be done from individual angles. Serious things.
So since the chief's hand have been crippled at his back or whatever.
My brother, all that I can say or tell your followers is that nothing is spoiled yet.
Okay.
There might be some shakeup.
Things will happen.
And people think because of the politics they played, there's a divided house.
Okay.
So we cannot come together to take action against them. But that is a big mistake that they've done.
Okay.
If that is what they are thinking, then I will ask them to rethink again, because this Nogokpo issue is not dead yet.
Okay.
It's not done. We've not taken any action yet. But
until when?
We've not taken any action yet. But all that I could say, or I will tell our followers and your followers, is that in our language we say matana. How do you put this thing? You know, when you have a boil, it takes time for the boil to become soft.
Yeah.
Before it bursts.
Before it bursts, yeah.
Matana agbali. Agbana agba.
Ow.
Matana agba.
Okay.
Ugbana agba.
Okay. As the Christian says, the Namefano ball to the temple.
Yes. But it's not far from over.
Okay.
And all that I will say is for everyone to just be patient.
Okay.
Agyen Asare have not defeated anybody. The God of Agyen Asare, the European God, he has not defeated anybody, but defeated Agyen Asare himself. Because one, we've not even done anything yet.
Okay.
We've not done anything yet.
Okay.
And that doesn't mean that when others have been compromised, all of us are compromised. Okay. No.
So definitely something.
So my brothers and sisters, my fathers, this is far from over. Yes. Like I was watching a video of a woman saying that yes, they should allow us to do our thing. You know, whoever gets hurt or whoever get tired will give up.
Yeah.
You know, in our spirituality or in our stuff, by the time you realize that it is from that angle, it is too late.
Okay.
So it's not everything we can put in public domain.
Okay.
Now, he has shown his true colors. Okay. You see, this is what I'm happy within this period, nothing actually has happened from our end. And he has come out to do or to make those to show that
he's serving a living God.
Yes, he's serving a living God.
Yeah.
It is good, and I love it because now it's going to take the entire game to a different level.
Someone, please, if you have a question, you can send it to the comment section, and I'll ask him for you. Okay. Me, my questions, I'm almost done. I have, let me say, some 2 questions to ask. So in case you have a question, someone is saying, Goni Media TV says, take action, send the bees to take over the church one Sunday. We went to a place, I saw some bees. And even the bees punish you over there, right in front of my face.
Yes.
Why can't we send these bees to go and sing praises and worship one day with them?
You know, the beat that you saw, that I went with you.
Yeah.
I even got bitten.
Yeah.
And you know why? Because that moment, I thought of negativity.
Okay.
Somebody provoked me, and My thought became very negative.
You even said something.
Yes.
Yeah.
I used certain words.
Yeah.
Because I was angry. Which I'm not supposed to say that based upon certain covenants. But out of anger, I did say that. And I got bitten twice by those beats.
Yeah.
Trust me. It's not like people cannot do that or we can't do that. Yes, you must have the right reasons to do what is right. There's nothing wrong defending yourself. As I said, all the options are on the table. So our followers, I wouldn't like to say that we will do this or we will do that. Very soon, the issue will be out of the hands of men. That is all I can say.
Sir, so now, what will you tell Ghanaians across and even Votarians that have this mentality that Volta region is a land of juju, negative impression? These people stand on their various pulpits and then continue demonizing this region. What will you tell them?
Well, my brother.
Let me say this before you answer this question. I've been to Nogokpo. I haven't been to the Afagama. I just passed by. But I've heard Kleko is even ahead of Nogokpo. I've heard that Kleko. So I was having this, mindset that, hey, then Kleko there. By the time you get there, you will see people even walking in the skies. But for the past days throughout the festival, I've been there with you. Oh my goodness. We have been brainwashed. We have been, poisoned mentally. What will you tell our people about this negative impression out there about voter regime?
My brother.
Are we that evil people, demonic, worshipping devils?
You see, the man who enslaved you, the man who colonized you, will never say anything positive about you. And the man who colonized and enslaved you will never give you a system that will make you strong or a God that will give you confidence. The agenda of the colonial Christian missionaries to Africa was to destroy our self-confidence and self-knowledge, which at the end of the day, we have been indoctrinated to become more Europeans than the European himself. For instance, those who are claiming and saying that Votarians or we in the Volta region are idol worshippers, are evil, are this. My brother, there is no region, there is no community in Ghana where there is no deity.
Okay.
If you go to the Ashanti region, there are deities there.
Sure.
There are rivers that are gods.
Sure.
Go to Cape Coast, Central region. There are deities there.
Yeah.
Go to Western region. There are deities. Go to the Northern region. Come to the Greater Accra. Sakumono, the river, there is a deity.
Wow.
Yes. Who say there are no? Every place, even in Europe. Who say there's no deity in Europe? Who say there's no deity in Britain? Now let me give people an example.
Okay.
Because we refuse to research and do our own research to understand the system we are in. So we just buy everything that have been packaged, or we just swallow everything that have been packaged for us. Now, have you heard the name the Great Britannia?
Okay.
Great Britannia is a deity of the British.
Wow.
Yes. Those who have their phones, research it. The Great Britannia, when you Google it, they will give you the symbol. It's a woman, and you see it holding a shade with a trident in it. Great Britannia is a deity, it's an idol. Yet they respect and they pay homage to it. The Germans, they have their idols. Go to India.
Yeah.
There is no energy or deity in Africa that you cannot find in India.
Oh.
It is just the name that have changed.
That changed, okay.
But Shiva, all these things, we have their versions, our versions.
Wow.
Yes. Go to Japan. In Japan, what they worship, they will tell you it is called Shintoism. But do you know the etymology, the root of Shintoism is the Shito deity from here.
Shito.
Go to Mecca, they tell you there's Kaaba. Come to Anyako, the deity called Kaaba is there. All the religions, all the man-made religions, Christianity, Islamic religion, they all pirated, they all took part of African spirituality and converted it into religion. Have you ever seen any African claiming to be the founder of our tradition or of our spirituality before? When we say Obi, I claim say Onunoye founder of Nananomosum. It is not possible. There's nothing.
No.
But people claim they are founders of Christianity. People claim they are founders. Or there's a founder for Islamic religion. We don't have. These are man-made things that you have people who are founders are man-made.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with the creator. Those who founded it think that is the best way they can use to understand who the supreme being is. So you can see when it comes to our spirituality, there's nobody who is a founder because it came with the universe. You see, we have been brainwashed or indoctrinated to the point that the black man now hates himself.
Yeah.
Everything about the black man is seen as evil and demonic.
Yeah.
But everything from Europe is seen as positive.
Yeah.
But yours is negative.
Yeah.
You see, you have to go through a process of indoctrination to think like that. It is time we get our minds back. China, Buddha, Chinese people, Chinese in general are not Christians.
Yeah.
But Chinese is a superpower now. China people has world powers now.
Yeah.
Japan, they are not. India, they are not. But they are growing and doing great stuff. The only race that have become vulture in this universe.
Eating carcasses around.
Yes, is the black man.
A black man.
You know why? Because I use the word vulture because the black man will accept wholeheartedly anything from Europe, but will demonize his. You see, we have been brainwashed and miseducated to the point that we don't even find the time to do little research about ourselves. Because the man who conquered you packaged their version of their story for you or to you to accept. And we accepted it. So you see them telling you, hey, this is evil, this is that. But you see, discrimination against women never started with our spirituality. discrimination against women started with Islamic religion and Christian religion.
Christianity and Islam.
Christianity and Islam.
Yeah.
Discrimination against women, all to the point that the original Trinity, Christianity, managed to take the power of the woman and replace it with a ghost or Holy Ghost. But when the original Trinity has to do with what? The man, the woman, and the child.
Okay.
That forms the Trinity.
Okay.
So when you take off the woman, it's no more a Trinity. So in Christian religion, those the founders of Christian religions, because they were homosexuals and among others, took away the power of women out of it.
Okay, so God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
On the Holy Spirit.
So how can we have a father and a son without a mother?
Without a mother. It doesn't add up. But because we accept things foolishly, excuse me for my language, without questioning, we accepted it. But you see, it has been part of the African spirituality. We always acknowledge the duality of the Creator. Now, let me come to the accounts. Let me start with our cousins, the accounts.
Yeah.
How do they call the Supreme One? They call him Ochediampo, Kwame, Asase, Ya. So you see, Kwame gives you the masculine energy. Ya gives you the feminine energy. Let's move there to our brothers, the Gans.
The Gans.
They say what? Ata na numo. Ata na numo. So Ata gives you the masculine energy. Na gives you the feminine energy. Now, let's come to the others. We say Mau. Mau is a two words put together. Ma and Wu put together, that is giving you Mau. Ma is the masculine, Ma is the feminine energy. Wu, seed. Now Wu, now Wu, yes.
Spread a
to
seed.
Spread a seed, a seed. Wu is the masculine energy. Because we, the man, we plant the seed into the woman. And they conceive to bring back or to give back life. So Ma, that is why when you give birth to a child, when they are coming to start, when they are about to learn how to speak, they say what? The first thing they call is Ma. Their mother. Now, let's move from the Mau to Mau So B. Lisa. So B gives you the masculine energy. Lisa gives you the feminine energy. So you see, the duality of the Creator is acknowledged in our cosmic knowledge.
In our spirituality, our tradition.
Our spirituality, our tradition, everything is acknowledged. But when you go to Christianity, they will tell you God is He.
That's all.
That's all. So discrimination against women started with these two religions. In African spirituality, the role of the woman is there. The role of the man is there. That acknowledge the duality. That's why when you go to Nogokpo, for instance, Togbi Zakaja's temple, the one who is heading the temple is a woman. And they have the other side that is headed by the man. So the duality of the Creator is always acknowledged. Now, let me confirm something with the Trinity for you in the Bible. I know anytime I made a teaching and I use the Bible, some ignorant Christians will come and say, hey, the Bible is now, you don't have to use it, blah, blah, blah. In fact, sometimes it be before, excuse me for my language, sometimes you Jimmy the Hi! Jimmy black and white, you see, say that no. No, Agyen, we need to
We have
peg
a long
our
way
brains.
to go, yeah.
Now, let me use the Bible and give you them a little story. You remember the story in the Bible about Joseph, where they say Joseph had a dream. The Joseph they sold to the merchants when they went to Israel, Egypt. They said Joseph had the first dream. Then second, he had another second dream. And when he had the second dream, he informed his father. And this is what he told his father about the dream.
Okay.
He said he had a dream. The sun, the moon, and the stars were bowing down to him, Joseph. And do you know the reply that the father gave him? Those Christians watching me, go and look for the verse and put it there. And stop your kankama. The father, in response, the father said, hey, are you saying that me, your father, your mother, and your brothers will bow to you? So the man in our Trinity, in our knowledge system, purity, man represents the sun.
Okay.
The woman represents the moon.
Okay.
That is why every month the women have their cycle. And that is why every month we have new moons. The moon come full and start again. That it is in line with the women, their menstrual cycle laws. Very deep. That is why in every language, when a woman is in a menses, which means she have seen the moon, her menses. Yeah. So he said, so the sun, man represent the sun, the woman represents the moon. And that is why when after the sunshine, you need the moon, the darkness, in order to give back life. And these two give birth to what? The stars. So the children represent the stars. This is part of the Ifa scriptures. This is part of our knowledge system. Now, I can confidently tell you that the story of Moses being thrown or put in the basket and put on the Nile was never a real story. Okay. That story is found in Ifa. Okay. The story of Jonah. Yeah. Being thrown, being swallowed by the whale. Yeah. Oh, it's a lie. It is a story that is found in a farm, but it's not the same as the whale as they are putting it. Okay. It's not true. Okay. Now, there's Abraham sacrificing his son, and the ram was not something real that happened, but it is part of the Ifa poly and the songs that go with it. Okay. With time, I'll bring the deep. Yes, we will talk about this. We have time and go deep. My brother, what we are bringing for our people is bigger than them. Exactly, yeah. And some of them will not like me because we say it as it is. Exactly. Because it is time we need to deliver the truth in a raw state. We have to unlearn and relearn. That is it. Absolutely. So, a time come, we will bring our boko, our toboko. Yeah. They will come and they will mention the poly and they will narrate the story. And you'll be shocked and realize that I was told the story when we went. Yes. I know what you're talking about. They tell you the Tower of Babel. They confuse our language because the Tower of Babel. My brother, the skyscrapers that they are building today, is it not taller than those towers of Babel? Yeah. And according to the story, because of that, God came from the skies to confuse their language. Then he should come and. So by this time, why is it not Paris? The Paris Tower. Go to Dubai. Go to China. All of them have the tallest. I believe these top buildings are even taller than the Tower of Babel. Exactly. Why is God not coming to confuse our language there? Hey. And lastly, they tell you Jesus Christ came to die for your sin. My brother, look sharp. Look sharp. If Jesus Christ came to die for your sin, why are you sinning again? Is that the sin and the crimes not worse than some years before? Well, that is not the reason why we are here.
Family, thank you so much for being here. I think I will go. I mean, I saw a question in the comment section. One was asking, so in case, in due course, something or Nogokpo decide to strike or decide to do something, will those that were compromised, that took some this thing, will they all be affected?
People will be punished.
Mm.
The God of justice, the God of justice is not selective. That is why they call him the God of justice. If you've done wrong, you should prepare for it. That's simple message. The justice is not selective.
Yeah.
Whoever partake in whatever, he shows no mercy. But who that does the right thing will be shown mercy. That is all.
So let me put this to you. I've been coming to Volta region since last year. I wasn't born here. I wasn't raised here. I was born and raised in the Ashanti region. But for the past 2 years, specifically, I've been spending much time here, trying to go around and then, see things. Should I say the undevelopment or as how our region is now? Should I say I will blame our leadership or our traditional leaders or our so-called Fiao? Am I right to blame them?
Well, to answer your question in all honesty, I would say yes, we can give some of the blame to our chiefs and leaders. Some of the blame, or majority of the blame. And secondly, the other blame will go to our own parents.
Okay.
And the ones with our own parents, I wouldn't blame them much because we have been indoctrinated to hate ourselves. That, if you're a Voltarian and you come and you do a development in your town, you'll be killed or you'll be destroyed. Who say it is not happening anywhere else? Are they saying that people don't have enemies anywhere? You may have enemies anywhere, somewhere. But with that mentality, it has caused our people to go and invest in other places.
Elsewhere.
And that is something that some of us are championing to change the narratives now. That, yes, I would say there have been some mistakes, but it is us that can change those mistakes and the narratives. People are looking down upon some of us or looking down upon us and talking to us is because, one, our leadership are not doing their best to bring development to this side of the world or to our region. So our people migrate from here to go to do cocoa farms and among others elsewhere. So why wouldn't those people look down upon us? It is time we change those narratives. Now, with regards to our leadership, it is a big problem because first, I wouldn't say it doesn't used to be like that. When you have the right people who are supposed to be chiefs, the right people who are supposed to be Klotato among others. But today, what do we see? People who are not even supposed to be chiefs are being pushed there because they have little money. And they end up creating confusion. So you see the whole town is divided. In certain places, the towns are divided. This one is following this. This one is following that. And you have countless litigations going on. How can they bring development to our town? So the entire thing is a challenge. I wouldn't sit here and pretend everything is all right. And that is why some of us have relocated. Me, I was born, raised in Accra, traveled, came back, and relocated to the countryside. And we are changing our narratives. So, this is a special appeal I want to make to our people everywhere, that we have this big river water. You know, upstream, it is the lake. Upstream, we call it Water Lake. Downstream, we call it the Lower Water River. We have these huge natural resources. We have arable land. We have potential tourism sites that we can develop and tap. We have beautiful seashores, beautiful lagoons, beautiful rivers and lakes that we can transform to change our own narratives. See, Volta region alone can change the ecotourism
of this country.
Revolution in Ghana. If you have traveled extensively in the Volta region and look at the landscape and everything, nobody should tell you we have what it takes to develop. Arable land, farming, we can all come together, put our little resources. That is what I'm doing now. We can go into palm plantation. We can go into coconut. We can go into vegetables. We can go into animal husbandry. So if you go to my Teaching High Priest page, you can see I've started some animals, cows. We have some few cows, few rams, and now we are plowing more land for vegetables among other crops. You understand? It's just a special appeal. Those who would like to go into resorts, those who they are beautiful islands, they are beautiful places. You know, if you are scared of doing that, you can channel it through us, and we'll put your money into good use, and your money will work for you. If we don't do it, we have used ourselves, we've sacrificed ourselves to change the narratives. So, folks, nobody can change our situation for us. We have to change our narratives. With you there and us here, we can change our narrative. It is a new season, and a new wind is blowing across Africa. A time is coming when we don't grow our own food. It will be a challenge. Nufialaga Maupomo Kobla, I'm ever ready to front. Already we started. If you have some few cedis, dollars, euros, whatever, and you like to invest in the Volta region, you can contact my brother Ofayao. Not Ofayao, as you see him of late in the Volta region. We are doing something. It's part of the farming system. We are doing something, trust me. Yes, we are going to grow our own food. We are doing something. So it is almost a week now. We've been here, moving left and right, you know, trying to put things together. So what can I say?
In fact, this one is very important to me. The Voltarians in the diaspora, Voltarians even in Ghana and across the country. I know we have this agenda to channel. We want them to come home, come and acquire or occupy or own their land and start doing something as a sort of investment into farming, into all you said.
Real estate, all this.
Exactly, there are lands. Now, there is one challenge that they always talk about. Trust issues. Who is going to help? Who is going to lead? So I want you today, I know this is the start of it, to put it to them that you are available, we are available. However, they want to go any sort of investment, they should trust you, you can help, you can lead, being investment, being partnership, we want to champion this. Because if we don't start to own our land from now, in the next 10, 20, 30 years, we will be begging foreigners for them to give us a portion. As I'm speaking to you now, there are Brazilians that are doing huge rice farming over here. There are Indians that are doing tilapia farm over here. When I'm on my way to site, I see them, and the Chinese as well. So what have they seen here that you, the one that owns the land, have not seen? So tell them something about coming home to invest or own something, and how available you are.
Well, thank you for the opportunity. My brother, trust issue is what is killing our people. And as matter of fact, I wouldn't sit here to pretend as if I am an angel. But all I can say or tell our people is that try us too. Try us. Me and Ofaya. We are teaming up. This, I know, is just a surprise news to some of you.
Yeah.
We are teaming up to change the narratives. Trust us a little. And after the first stage, you can trust us more. Your funding, your money, whatever it is, it will be safe with us. And at the end of the day, whatever the monies are going to invest in, you're going to have your profit and your percentage as whilst your investment is being run. We are not claiming to be perfect. All that we are saying, show us or give us a little trust. Let's together change our narratives. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for spending time with us, explaining things to us. Honestly speaking, we have a lot for you guys in terms of unlearning and relearning when it comes to spirituality, when it comes to our tradition. My people, all what you are scared of is not to be scared of.
Sure.
I myself have been to Kleko. I've been to the sacred forest. I'll post the video maybe within this week. I'll post the video. Sir, can you talk something about little about the journey to the sacred forest, the festival of that we recently happened in Kleko. In fact, the experience was great. I feel highly spiritual.
You know, this year I would say it's a great experience.
Yeah.
I know it's your first time there.
Yeah.
And a lot of youth, a lot of the youth came. I never knew that my teachings are really making impact until this year's Sacred Forest journey.
Yeah.
When the youth, some want to even carry me. You understand?
I
you understand?
That, yeah.
So there's nothing to fear about your tradition. The only way or the only reason you are putting up this fear is because you don't know. We've been taught not to understand. But when you understand, you realize that there's nothing to fear. Kleko is just a beautiful Kli Ajimamama Vena Festival 2023. If you didn't come this year, I would ask you that next year, don't miss it for no reason. And next year, we're going to make sure that all those who are coming from different places will work on your accommodation. We're going to work on your everything. We're going to give you a whole package so that you'll be with me and my brother, the nation's uncle. Now, as you rightly said, a journey to the sacred forest is just something you need to experience.
Sure.
If you've read about the story in the Bible about Moses and leading the children of Israel to the mountains. When you read the Bible, they say mountains, but it's the sacred forest. The same thing that took place. I keep telling you, the Old Testament was written by your ancient fathers before it went through more than 5 major translations into different languages. So now when you read, because of the deliberate omissions and the fabricated holy lies that are being inserted into it, you don't get the picture. But with the mystical communication within, we are revealing some of these things. So, well, to say, to describe the whole thing, you may not feel it.
You have to be there.
You have to be there to experience, to feel it.
Exactly.
You understand? So I'm looking forward to see you next year.
Yeah.
Together, we can change our narratives.
And let me ask this also, in case somebody wants to come for you to take them on tour, either Kliko or either Agbozume or Nogokpo, for them to see how our Afegame, how our spirituality, how our is that also allowed?
Yes,
for them to be taken.
Hopefully, in September, or let's say in October.
Okay.
I am going to launch our spiritual tourism.
Okay.
Which we will put up a package.
Okay.
For those who want to experience this pure or genuine African spirituality.
Okay.
To be coming, to go through, to tour all those places, to have education on some of this thing. It's a whole package that I am putting together.
Okay.
But sorry, I believe by close of October, we should be launching it so that people will understand what sort of spiritual tourism we are talking about.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So we'll get there.
All right, sir. Your handles. I hope you're on Facebook.
Yes, the Teaching High Priest.
So
all
please,
my pages.
If you kindly search the Teaching High Priest on Facebook. People are asking for his handles. On Facebook, you can search the Teaching High Priest. Yes. I even tagged his name in the caption. So right after this video, you can tap on that name in the caption there. It will take you right to his page. Follow him. He does a lot of teachings. Of being the nation anchor, I don't stay at one place. Right now, I'm in the Volta region. Next week, next 2 weeks, I might be somewhere. But he continuously does a lot of teachings on his page. So the Teaching High Priest on Facebook, on TikTok as well. Maufemo Komlano Nibe on
the same Teaching
High Priest.
YouTube too, the same.
On YouTube as well.
Yes.
So everywhere
Instagram is the same
High
thing.
Priest. Yes. Instagram Teaching High Priest. YouTube Teaching High Priest. Will you put your number out there in case somebody want to reach out to you personally on WhatsApp, direct call? I know the pressure, but you have to do something about it. I already know the pressure.
Okay, so my brother, why don't you do the PR work for me? The pressure, the calls and the pressure.
In any way you want to reach out to him, you can pick my number from my page.
Yeah.
And then when you reach out to me, please, the message of offer, I want to go and kill somebody, I want to go and damage somebody. We don't do that. Don't call me based on that. I will listen to you. I won't respond. I won't mind you. We don't kill. We don't destroy. I've never killed. If you don't remember the last time killing a cock or a hen, I don't kill. I don't destroy. But talk of your spiritual background. You want to find out. You want to come for divination. All those stuffs. For that is you can do that. So personally, if you have my number, you can reach out to me and you get to the Teaching High Priest. Those of you who know my number, you can put it at the comment section. 0554-2240-92. So this is where we end our conversation. I don't know your last word you want to tell people.
Well, what I want to, my final message to our viewers is that a journey of 1,000 miles always starts with a step. Though we have been taught to hate who we are, it is not late. Relearning, unlearning, and relearning to change our narrative together. I was once a Christian. I was once a Muslim before the energies and my ancestors said, no, it is time. So let us allow the fear of the unknown take us back. Let the fear of unknown push us forward to do more for ourselves and for our land and the generation after us. May the universe guide and protect all of us. Akpanami.
Akpena Mikata, sir, thank you so much. It is a great honor to spend time with us and then open up things to us. Family, this is where we end our conversation today. Let me send this disclaimer out there. If you come on my video, being it a live video or I post a video, and you see an advert under the video, don't say I've seen advert on Ofaya's video or under Ofaya's comment section. I trust Ofaya, so I'm going in that. Yeah. Whatever you do, you are on your own. Risk. As my Eunice will say, you are on your own. It's at your own risk. For me to talk about something or advertise about something, I'll make sure I confirm and I'll tell you from my own mouth. Don't see something or an advertisement under my comment section and then follow and later come to my DM and come and tell me blah 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 blah. I haven't confirmed anything. This country now really very hot. People want to take advantage of a lot of stuff. So please let me put this disclaimer out there. Abusia family, thank you so much for your time this afternoon. I think you've got some understanding by listening to this afternoon's program. One, Nogokpo leadership didn't give Agyen Asare a 14 days ultimatum to die. Two, they haven't summoned Agyen Asare to any deity. They invited him to come for them to sit, jaw. He who alleges must prove. If there is anything to prove, he should come and prove. He has not done that. A lot of stuff have gone on back and forth. Politics have set in. People are being compromised. You all know this country. You know Ghana. I'm for sure for that. You know it already. I'm not going to say it. But they are not going to give up or they are not keeping quiet. The day the thing will come, it will come. And whoever will face the consequence will face it. Let us all keep an eye and watch. This is a little update from the spokesperson of Nogokpo, sitting one-on-one with the nation's anchor. Thank you all for your time on this platform. Shout out to everybody who have been following this platform, supporting Ofaya from day one. Shout out to the Sidua sister. Shout out to all the freedom fighters. In fact, Dr. Ren, a member of the freedom fighters, asked me to tell you or to ask you that have you decided to try a court proceedings? Because I think last time it was passed in Parliament that nobody has the right to call somebody a witch or demonize somebody. So if Agyen Asare have done that, is Nogokpo trying or thinking to test or take him to court to come and prove through court proceedings?
I think this question have been asked during our press conference then.
Oh, okay.
And honestly, I said, no, we are not interested in the court system. Okay. You see, the whole thing is that, you see, when people are saying that from different angle we are coming from.
Yeah. I'm
not saying our judges are this, are that.
Yeah.
But trust me, all our judges, they all go to their churches. This will be going
up and down,
and it will take years.
Yeah.
So who are picking cry or her? Why go for a long journey?
So you want to pick and cry like
the time will
pick and cry will come. Abusia, thank you all for your time. I really love you all. I really appreciate you all. Thank you so much. Noble, I see you. Let me give a few shout outs. Nakwam TV, I see you. Samisong Osei Kodojesi, I see you. Helena Afo, I see you. Eunice Boateng, I see you. Succeed Foley, I see you. Freedom Fighter, I see you here. Beatrice Mensah, I see you. Rita Vener, I see you. Barikisu Kwadi, Barikisu, Afriya Koto's wife, I see you here.
Barikisu, I think she has been following me too.
Exactly, yeah. Wherever he sees me, he goes there.
Wow. Much love.
Yeah, Barikisu, thank you so much. Eduardo Massa, I see you. Richard Beckley, I see you. And Papa J, the Lord, Nyabu, I see you. If you haven't shared, you can share. If you haven't liked the program, you can like. Goni Media TV, I see you. DK Lecture, I see you. And Noble, and all of you. If I haven't or if I don't mention your name, pardon me, the names are more. Joyce, Setrana, also of Fire. I've been following you recently. I came across one of your articles just by scrolling through my phone out of boredom. Keep up the good work. Joyce, thank you so much. I really appreciate. In fact, thank you all for your time. We really appreciate you for being here with us. Let's end it here. You'll see me on your screen very soon in due course. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Akbar.